Welcome back. And in our sports news, Bubba Watson got up and down from a greenside bunker to birdie the last and hold a share of the fellow lead with American Webb Simpson after Saturday's third round of the New Orleans Classic. Left-hander Watson, who had one stroke ahead overnight, splashed out to 5 feet at the par 5th 18th and coolly sank the putt for a 2-under par 70 at the TPC Louisiana. That gave the long-hitting American a 12-under total of 204, putting him level with Simpson, who had reeled off 5 consecutive birdies from the third on the way to a flawless 67. American John Rollins carded a 69 to finish alone in third at 11 under, a stroke better than 6 players, including his compatriot Steve Striker, 68, Australian Matt Jones, 69, and South Korea's KJ Choi, 67. Britain's Luke Donald, who could become world number 1 with victory this week, returned a 70 to end the day, 5 shots off the pace. Meanwhile, Briton Lee Westwood won the Ballantynes Championship by a stroke in Seoul, South Korea today, consolidating his world number 1 ranking with his second consecutive title in Asia. The 38-year-old Englishman, who won the Indonesian Masters last week, hit a blemish-free 5-under 67 in the final round to finish with a 12-under total of 276, 1 stroke ahead of his Ryder Cup teammate Miguel Angel Jimenez of Spain. Park San-hyun of South Korea finished third in the European and Asian Tour co-sanctioned event, carding a 10-under after an eagle on the last hole at the Blackstone Golf Club course near Seoul. Meanwhile, Briton Lee Westwood won the Ballantynes Championship by a stroke in Seoul, South Korea today, consolidating his world number 1 ranking with his second consecutive title in Asia. The 38-year-old Englishman, who won the Indonesian Masters last week, hit a blemish-free 5-under 67 in the final round to finish with a 12-under total of 276, 1 stroke ahead of his Ryder Cup teammate Miguel Angel Jimenez of Spain. Park Sang-hyun of South Korea finished third in the European and Asian Tour co-sanctioned event, carding a 10-under after an eagle on the last hole at the Blackstone Golf Club course near Seoul. And Japan's Miki Ando upset the favourites Mao Asada and South Korea's Kim Yuna to win her second world figure skating title on Saturday, 4 years after claiming her first. Ando, who was crowned women's champion on her home ice in Tokyo in 2007, trailed Olympic champion Kim by less than half a point after the short programme on Friday, but earned 130.21 points for her free skate to clinch gold at Moscow's Koyuntka Arena. South Korea's Kim had to settle for silver after making several errors during her free routine. She received 128.59 points, some 22 points shy of her record score, when claiming the gold Olympic in Vancouver last year. Italy's 2010 European champion Carolina Costa, who was 6th going into the free skate, capitalised on her rival's mistakes to snatch the bronze medal. She expressed her joy at the bronze medal win.
I was just happy for my skating because I was skating for Japan. I never care about result, but I'm really happy to have a gold medal this time.
And finally this evening, as the Japan disaster still continues to make news around the world, one man in Dubai tells of his quest to provide aid to the people of Japan. Mavish Khan has this report.
There comes a time when we hear a sudden call.
We Are the World, the anthem of the 80s in aid of Africa, a rally cry to end poverty and hunger. Now, just 2 months after Japan was devastated by a massive 8.9 magnitude earthquake and powerful tsunami, people are again in need. It was these images that shocked the entire world, scenes of utter destruction. For some, watching the story unfold stirred them into action.
I went, bought a ticket and flew off to Tokyo, and that was just 10 days after the earthquake. The earthquake struck on the 11th, and I was there on the 21st. And when I got to Sendai, the earthquake zone, oh, my heart just stopped beating.
The scene at Ground Zero in the aftermath of the disaster was mind-blowing.
It was flat. There was nothing, no buildings, no houses, nothing. There was nothing but debris and debris and debris everywhere. Cars piled up on top of each other. Ships, boats broken. It was total devastation.
For Japan, it's a challenging road to recovery that could take, at the very least, years to overcome.
The situation is slowly improving, but from my experience, it's going to take at least 3 to 5 years just to clear the debris. Nothing, just to clear the debris. By turning stone to bread, and so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world.
Glenn Perry has dedicated his life to helping others, traveling from one ravaged country to another. Once a celebrity musician on the Hollywood scene, he now feels more at home traveling to places like Haiti, hit by a powerful earthquake just last year, and Indonesia to aid victims of the 2004 tsunami there. But on this day, his efforts are focused on the victims of Japan. Raising funds and creating awareness, he's even called in reinforcement, students at the Dubai Music School who shared their thoughts about those hundreds of thousands of miles away.
What we're trying to do here in the Dubai Music School is, help out the people of Japan. I mean, we all know that they've been severely affected, as it's one of the worst earthquakes, quite the highest actually. So basically what Sir's trying to do is, collect things from all over people of Dubai and, try and aid them, to help them.
It feels nice to help other people across the globe because it feels like we're doing something to make the world a better place.
We feel pity for them, and it's just unfair that the entire rest of the world can stay okay and only they have to be affected. So we just want to help them.
While the horror may fade from TV screens, aiding Japan is still very much a top priority for Glenn Perry.
Glenn Perry's charitable efforts have taken him from one disaster zone to the next. And in 2 weeks' time, he returns to Sendai in Japan. These materials behind me will be recycled into cash to help the victims of the Japan tsunami and earthquake. Mavish Khan, 7 National News.
And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. Ruler of Dubai issues law number 5 of 2011. Abu Dhabi Department of Transport to develop pedestrian bikeway master plan. Heads of state join 1 million pilgrims at Vatican for beatification ceremony. And Dubai to increase Islamic finance products to France. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. As always, we'd love to hear your comments. You can contact us at news@city7tv.com, or why not call us on 04367 2230. And please do join our Facebook page. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.